We live in the age where machines do everything for us. They wash our clothes, store our money, connect us with people from all around the world, and even make art for us. There are less and less things we need to do manually. One of the remaining things we do is making movies and seasons of TV shows. And boy do we take our time with that. So how much longer until we stop complaining about how long they take to make and start complaining about what made them? In October of 2024, the first AI's fully animated movie was released. Even though that fact could be approached as revolutionizing, it failed to satisfy anyone watching the movie. Where the robots grow was a pile of nonsensical action and weak motivations paired with nearly intolerable audio mixing. But can we argue it was AI's fault? Sure, the animation wasn't perfect by any means, but writing, voice acting, and audio mixing were all done by humans, not artificial intelligence. And they seem to bring the movie down much more than the sloppy frame rate. And in defense of AI, there were some really nice shots throughout the movie too. This indicates that our computers could make pretty interesting long-form animations soon, if they're coordinated by the right team. But animations aren't the same thing as making a movie, right? There's a soundtrack to be made, voices to be recorded, and a screenplay to be written. Making a soundtrack? Well, that shouldn't be a problem. AI's been making music for quite some time. Making simple music that makes the movie seem more interesting is completely realistic to expect from, let's say, Suno AI. But making a soundtrack that elevates and matches the tone of every scene? That doesn't sound like something in the scope of AI's abilities. Evoking very specific emotions for a very specific scene, that's the reason we have professionals working on that. I'm not a programmer, but coding the feeling you get absorbing the atmosphere of a shot isn't something a computer understands in the first place, to then recreate and adapt to different situations. Making AI voices, though, completely realistic to expect. I mean, it would take a lot of time to achieve the perfect intonation of every word, so it would be much more efficient to have people record it, but it's 100% doable. The biggest problem, though, is having AI write a screenplay. Even saying that sounds absurd. You don't only need to have an interesting plot and different characters, but you need to organize them into a compact, compelling story with settled plot points, motivations, relationships between characters. It really sounds impossible. Nonetheless, there are already many AI tools reading and analyzing existing screenplays, providing information on stronger and weaker parts of every story. And even though that might sound wrong, it helped plenty of people realize what's lacking in their story structure. It's frightening that a program knows how to write a better story than we do. The only thing it's missing are the premises by which it will build a narrative. When you ask your AI companion to write a short story about friendship using rollerblades, it's gonna do its job just fine. But order it to tell you any story and you'll get a dull, unoriginal idea spanned over 20 lines. You could draw a conclusion from this that artificial intelligence is really powerful, but it'll never have the creativity us humans possess. That's what most of the videos covering AI conclude. But I'd switch this around a bit. With time, we could turn out to be the AI's machine for creative ideas, while it does all the work. Basically, we might be lying on our beds, giving AI ideas, while the world around us changes based on computers' actions, not ours. I could talk about how damaging this could be for mental health and self-completion, but this is a channel for TV analysis, so let's stick to that. With time, we could just enter a few interesting ideas into the 1000 script writing tool and get a half-baked, structurally flawless product, which will then just minimally configure to match our initial idea, or to add a spicy line we think contributes to the feel we're going for. Then we'll copy-paste the text into animation cooker AI or whatever, and look at our Oscar-level art. Fortunately, we're all humans, and not even the structurally and cinematographically perfect movie would satisfy our subjective needs. So we'll probably continue making movies by ourselves, flawed and beautiful as they are. Did you notice I left out TV shows from the last few sentences? See, in a world where AI dominates the filmmaking industry, TV shows have little to no purpose. If it takes a couple of hours for your machine to produce a script and a few more days to make an animation of it, why would you need 5 seasons of a TV show? Every AI TV show to exist would probably be called a mini-series, consisting of 50 episodes telling the story. Even though they could theoretically be separated into seasons as a marketing technique, there would be no valid reason for letting your audience wait for the rest of your show. Everything's already made, and people are aware you're just trying to build up the hype to milk their money more. All this would be true if it was even possible to make such a long, connected story, but that would take enormous amounts of programming and research for something that's supposed to express the ideas that people are already motivated enough to express themselves. So even though in the far future it might be possible to make movies and shows entirely with AI, the whole personal artistic aspect of making multimedia content would disappear, and people watching it would lack the connection with its creators. Therefore, I'd say artificial intelligence should be used for its intelligent part, and leave art alone. Making AI movies would be like manufacturing paintings. It might be nice to look at, but the only underlying message is, look how a computer made something you couldn't have made. And who'd want such mockery in their living room? Thank you for watching, sub for more TV analysis, and see you soon.